Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and on this channel, we answer publicly posted questions from YouTube users, getting folks the answer they need from an employment attorney. We have a question here from Kim 7207. That is, in fact, how Kim rates her username. I'm not reading that in. What if the lawsuit is not only about discrimination, but also a criminal offense? Can I include the boss if he was the perpetrator? Yeah, so we have some videos on the channel about suing individuals in addition to suing the company. There are certain rare situations where we do include individuals. Usually, it's a very tactical decision. I'll say, if you want, you can go check out those videos for a more detailed conversation about that. Touching on the idea of a case along with a criminal case, that shows up in my practice most often in situations with sexual assault or like a physical assault tied to some form of discrimination. And often it's pretty important that the criminal case runs quickly because a lot of times people will end up pleading guilty in their criminal case to get like a settlement. And you savvy litigator, you savvy plaintiff, can go get that guilty plea and say, "Here we go, judge. In my case, this fella, this rowdy boy, he admits he did the things that I'm saying he did. He got real scared over in that criminal court, and he told that judge he did it all. He laid hands on me. He committed the assault or the sexual assault, even worse, right? I mean, it depends on what the criminal case is for." And there can be difficulties when they plead down, right? If they plead to a lesser offense, might not be as useful. That certainly comes up from time to time. But we've certainly had cases where I had a case in New York with just the ultimate piece of shit investigator for the New York State agency, handles sexual harassment claims. And she was like, "Well, how do we know that happened? I don't think that could physically happen." And I was like, "You don't think it could happen? Because the perpetrator, the perp, the defendant, the respondent, the bad guy, well, he goddamn said it happened in criminal court. He pled guilty. So you can take whatever stance you like, investigator. I don't think that can happen." Shut your mouth. He says it happened. My client, everyone was there. My client and the bad guy both say it happened. No one's interested in your little pet theories. "Well, I don't think it happened." Shut your. Still employed. Cuomo crony, like a Cuomo era placement. Just garbage human. There's like two of them that in New York State deal with a lot of the sexual harassment claims, and they don't even like. One of them doesn't even read a lot of the charges, and this is like downstate. One of them doesn't even read the charges, and the other one just comes up with like crazy ideas. I had a case. I think we can all understand there are many dialects of the Chinese language, most of which are somewhat intelligible, but not perfectly intelligible to other speakers of the Chinese language, right? Like this lady just kept telling me, like, Chinese is Chinese. Ma'am, could you just stop talking out of your ass? Like, man, because you have the internet. Could you pop open a search engine and spend 30 seconds just to not be a bigot? Because you sound like a bigot right now. It was this very relevant point in a case, and she just kept repeating herself. Chinese is Chinese, and my kid says they're speaking Chinese. I know what they're speaking. They're speaking Chinese. Well, one, I hope your kid wouldn't be involved in this case, but two, and the child wasn't. I never understood why she said that. The child wasn't involved in the case, in any way, in any capacity. It was just like, listen, they're speaking two different dialects. Everybody involved, Everybody involved. My client, the employer, the individuals present for the employer, they all agree 2 different dialects. And they don't understand everything they're saying to each other. The end. That's all there is to it. Everybody, the internet says it's true. The linguist says it's true. The translator says it's true. My client says it's true. The employer says it's true. The individuals who we said did bad things are like, yeah, that's true. That we don't agree that we did bad things, but that part is definitely true. and this lady's like, I don't know. Maybe it's not true. This is employment law. This is how you spend your days. Maybe it's not true. Anyways, I digress. Criminal offenses can be very useful in employment cases. They can add leverage. They can scare defendants. They can lead to rapid settlements because they're hoping that the civil case does not provide evidence to the criminal case. They can provide guilty pleas or guilty verdicts that you can then leverage in your civil case indirectly. So, yes, you are Kim 7207 on the right path. You are thinking with all cylinders running. This is a good idea. Potentially. I mean, listen, I don't know that it's necessarily going to work out for you as a tactic, but it's a good and wise tactic to investigate, and I highly recommend you do so. I guess that answers your question. I got to stretch for 1 minute and 10 seconds now because I'm not quite at 8 minutes yet. I bought a new laptop. I'm very excited about it. I'm gonna work. I'm going to Milan and then to ski in France for 10 days combined. And I got to work while I'm there because I can't just not work, right? Like, that's not going to work out. So I got this new laptop. I'm very excited about it. It's very powerful. It's got 32 gigs of RAM, nice pretty screen. It's not Apple. We don't buy that Apple trash around here. That stuff's junk. It's all very nice, I'm sure. It's very nice. Very nice equipment. It's just not for me. But yeah, I'm very excited about this new laptop. Anyways, if this video was helpful, I would love it if you like, subscribe, and comment down below. Share our channel so it can grow. If it wasn't helpful, if I fell short of answering your question, please let me know how I failed you down below. I will endeavor to make you a follow-up video. I will. I promise that I will. Take care, everybody.